Thanks for tuning in to Personal Piano Professor. This is my little visual demonstration on how to use the chord formulas on the page. If you're not on the page, go to www.pianolessonsforlife.com and you can pull up the lessons on keyboard chords and you'll be where I am. So basically I'm going to use a C scale, major scale. If you don't know how to figure out a major scale, well, you need to do that to really get the most out of this lesson on the chord formulas. So once we have a major scale figured out in C or in any key, we can figure out all the chords related. Okay, so the major chord, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 notes. Take first, third, and fifth, and you've got a C major chord. The notes are C, E, and G in that case. If you're going to figure out a major chord in a different key, like D, you'd first have to know the first 5 notes at least. Well, there's the whole scale, but 1, 3, and 5, D chord. Alright, so not too hard. The next chord usually you're going to see in music is the minor chord. The minor chord in C would be 1, flat 3, and 5. Now remember, when we flat a note, we move it down 1/2 step. So 3, flat 3, there's the minor chord. And I'll use a little minor. There's a little minor chord. Minor sounds a little darker than the major chord. There's minor and major chord. Now also there's the augmented chord, which is diminished chord, flat 3 and flat 5 makes it diminished. A lot of tension there. Has to go somewhere. Diminished chord, let's see, since it's Christmas, there's a D flat diminished chord. I'd like to kind of show you how they're used. D flat diminished. Again, the D flat scale would be, and we have 1, flat 3, and flat 5. That's how I figured out that diminished chord. Okay, also the augmented chord has a raised fifth, so I've got 1, 3, 5, but we want a sharp 5. When we sharp a note, we move it up a 1/2 step, so we've got our augmented chord. Alright, and what's next? Let me see. Oh, a suspended 4th chord I put on the list there. Sus chords are kind of nice, you hear them a lot, but basically a suspended 4th has no 3rd in it, so it's a 1, 4, and 5. I call it the Amen chord. Amen. Okay, so instead of 1, 3, and 5, we have 1, 4, and 5, and it pulls you to the major chord. So that's a chord, they call it suspended. It leaves you in suspense. Okay, alrighty, next chord on the list is the major 7th chord. These are pretty chords that are used in ballads and jazz a lot, but it has a 1, 3, 5, and a 7. You can see we've gotten to our 4-point chords. If you're old enough to remember Chicago, you'll remember Color My World, okay? That uses major 7th chords all over the place. Anyways, 1, 3, 5, and 7. Of course, if you were figuring that in the key of G, you would have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There it is. You're going to have a sharp note. Okay, so knowing that major scale is important. 1, 3, 5, and 7. Next one is the dominant 7th chord, and this one's for blues, jazz, all kinds of songs. Every song just about has some kind of a 7th chord in it, or it could have if it doesn't. So anyways, it's 1, 3, 5, and we take that 7th and flat it. It's a 7th chord, a flat 7. It has the flat 7th in it, and it also pulls. Okay, that's a chord that sounds unfinished. Okay, 1, 3, 5, 7. And it's also the bluesy. Those are 7th chords. chords are associated with the blues a lot. Then we've got a minor 7th chord, which is a very pretty chord. I like these a lot. We have 1, flat 3, 5, flat 7. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1, flat 3, 5, flat 7. And you're going to use minor 7 chords a lot in jazz and pop music as well too. Okay, minor 7th chord, very similar to the minor chord except with a little more jazzy feel. Minor 7th chord. Okay, and let's see, we've got a minor 7 with a flat 5, which is very much like a diminished chord or a diminished 7th chord. Well, it's a little like that. So it's got 1, flat 3, flat 5, and flat 7. You don't encounter these a lot except in jazz, but they're there. If somebody, I know the formula for the diminished, for the diminished 7th chord, flat 5. Is that what it is? Yeah, it's minor 7 flat 5, that's what it is. Okay. Because I know the formula, I can figure it out in any key, even if I've never played the chord. Let's say somebody says, I want F sharp minor 7 flat 5. So I have to figure out the F sharp scale. Oops, that's not right. By ear. Okay, whole step, half step. Okay, there's my 7 notes. Minor 7, so I can flat 3, flat 5, and minor 7, flat 5. That's the chord right there. So I've got a flatted 3rd, a flatted 5th, and a flatted 7th. And I can figure out that chord. And finally, last but not least, is the diminished 7th chord. That's the one which is very similar to that one, except we've got a double flat 7th, or a 6th, you can think of it that way. That's a kind of a weird chord, or a weird concept. It's double flat, but that's how we kind of do it in, notate that chord. So it has a 1, a flat 3, a flat 5, and a double flat 7, or you could say a 6th, okay? Either way. Now there are other chords, there are 9th chords, 11th chords, 13th chords. Basically, real quick, I'll explain that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. There's a 9th. I'm using a flat 7. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Those are the jazz extensions. So really, the 9th is 9 notes away from the root. The 11th is 11 notes away from the root, and the 13th is 13 notes away from there. So there you've got all the tensions there too. So basically, I know it's important to see these things on the keyboard, and I hope that helped you out a little bit. Listen, if you're interested in learning more about chords, explore the website. If you've got any questions or anything, I love hearing from you guys. Just send me fill out one of the contact forms on the website and let me know if you have a particular lesson or a question or a song you'd like to learn, and I'll see what I can do to get that added to the website. Come back often, visit, tell your friends. Oh yeah, click the Facebook button. That'll help me to keep on giving you at least what I can give you in terms of knowledge on the keyboard. So once again, thanks for visiting www.pianolessonsforlife.com, and come back again.